Hi guys, this is Vidas. Welcome to another training. And now I'm very glad to be able to teach you on this Learn with Vidas episode. Cadences. It was requested by Dawn, who is my Total Organist student. And welcome Dawn to the live chat. And Niels is here, wonderful. So hopefully others will join as well. So feel free to ask questions, that's very nice. And the reason I'm doing this training is because Donna requested video explanation, visual aid to my audio course about cadence training. And this is, of course, part of the Total Organist program, and I'm glad to be able to provide additional training for this in video now today. So let's dive in today a little bit more about cadences and what we can do with that. The specific cadence is like a harmonic progression, which could be ending musical idea. That's what we need it for, and that's what we can use it for, right? Let's see. Our keyboard is visible, a little more light. Excellent. Today we'll be using sample set by Voxus, and we don't need many stops because obviously it's just the teaching of keyboard harmony today. A little bit of on the Hauptwerk, 8 feet, and a little bit on the pedals as well, like this. 1 2 3 1 2 3. All right, so we can start. Excellent. So after this introduction, let's delve into some of the elements of this cadence. The specific cadence that I'm going to be teaching is 1 6 4 5 1 harmonic progression, which in C major sounds like this. Right? And we'll start with C major, of course, and it has 6 versions, and it's very useful to end a musical idea. And if you master it in various keys, you can then add your own figurations and use it in even improvising preludes if you want, but all in due course, of course, because you first have to master each chord, and then it's simple and advanced versions. All right, let's now take a look at the keyboard, and the chords that I will be using is a C major chord, which is basically a tonic chord, right? In C major, C, E, and G, right? This is first degree chord, tonic chord, root position chord. 6th scale degree, A minor chord, A, C, E. Subdominant chord, F major chord, which is F, A, C. And dominant chord, G, B, and D. And finally, the last chord is tonic again, C, E, G. All right, so far, so good. But of course, we want not 3-voice use of this chord, but 4-note use of this chord, just like there are in a choir, like this perhaps. My hand on the first manual is not very much visible. How about on the second manual? A little better? Yeah, better. So we will need to make 4-note chords out of these 3-note chords, basically. Instead of C, E, G, we will need to add one additional note. And usually this is the bass, the root of the chord. We're adding additional note C in C major chord, or A in A minor chord, or F in F major chord, or G in G major chord, right? We're doubling the root. And then the end tonic C, either here or here, or playing with the feet as well. We later add the feet as well. If you have organ with pedals, feel free to use pedals when needed. I will tell you when. All right, so far so good. If you have questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Okay, Dawn, Niels, are you with me so far? And more people are watching, I can see. If you aren't clear about some things, please ask me. Okay, I will discuss your questions in the episode as well. All right, so we have 4 basic chords, right? C major chord, A minor chord, F major chord, G major chord, and C major chord in 4-part notation, except it's not necessarily a very correct way of playing, because now we're playing parallel octaves, right? Soprano and the bass, and this is forbidden in tonal music. We cannot use perfect octaves, perfect fifths, and perfect unisons in parallel motion between the same voices in the same direction. Basically, we have to use in opposite direction. So we have to find a way which is better than parallel motion, right? And the way to do this is by keeping 1 or 2 notes stationary and moving only notes which are absolutely necessary to do. Hi Sean, welcome. All right, so far let's imagine this is starting position, right? C major chord, right? And we need to go to A minor chord, right? From C major to A minor, from root position tonic chord to root position 6 scale degree chord, right? If we compare both chords C major and A minor, we can see that C and E is common to both chords. In C major, C and E is common, and also in A minor, C and E are common. We don't need to move them. We only move the third free voice, right? Remember, those common notes can stay in a place, C and E. So in this position, E and C is right here, and we can keep them, right? The next rule, bass goes to the next chordal note of the bass from C to A. That's the rule also. The bass goes from C to A to F to G and to C. That's what we do, right? The bass is very easy, right? 1, 6, 4, 5, 1. That's the jumping part of the bass. But what to do with 3 upper voices, now I'm teaching, right? E and C stays in place, and the middle voice G, which is actually alto, right? Bass is C, tenor is E, alto is G, C is soprano, right? So this G, this alto, moves to the next closest chordal note, right? Which is obviously A. Right? And two voices, E and C, are staying in the same position. They're not moving, right? And the rule is this: if the chord is removed from the previous chord by a step, there is no one or no common notes between C major and D minor. There is no. All three voices have to be moving, right? C, E, G, D, F, A. They are moving. They have to be moving because there is no chordal note, no common note between those two. But if the next chord is two steps removed, right? Relationship of the minor or major third from C major, let's say, to A minor. That's two common notes, C and E. Or from C major to E minor. Again, two notes common, E and G. We're not using E minor just yet, but if we did, we would be keeping those E and G constant, not moving, and change on the top note from C to B, for example, right? And two notes would be stationary. If the chord is removed from the previous chord by an interval of the perfect fourth or perfect fifth, it's like C major, F major, right? That's perfect fourth. Or G major, C major, G major, perfect fifth. Could be jumping downward to F major or G major. It's still the same relationship, perfect fourth or perfect fifth. If we have such relationship between two chords, we have only one common note. Between C major and F major, we have one common note, C, right? C, E, G in F in C major, F, A, C in F major, which is only one note common, C, right? Are you with me so far? That's because those two chords are perfect fourth apart. Let's say C major and G major, also perfect fifth apart. Perfect fifth apart. So therefore G is common note between C major and G major, right? One note is stationary in this case. We will need to be connect. We will connect, of course, C major with G major or vice versa, and then we will have to remember this rule. Let's recap, right? If the chords are in relationship of major or minor second, there are no common notes between those two chords, like C major and D minor, C major or B flat major, right? There are no common notes. All three voices have to be moving. If two chords are of the distance of a major or minor third, up or down, from C major to E minor, or from C major to A minor, right? Then two notes are common, two notes, and we keep those two notes common and move only one, right, to the nearest position of the next chordal note. And if there are two chords, between those chords, interval of the perfect fourth, up or down, G major or F major from C major, right? 1/4, 1/5, or a perfect fifth, up, 1/5, down, 1, 4, right? Then we have one common note. In this case, from 1 to 5, 1 to 4, common note is 1, right? From 1 to 5, common note is 5. We keep that common note stationary and move two voices, right? So that's the basis of our voice leading, right? In this cadence playing today. We cannot basically move the voices in parallel direction all the time, because then between C major and A minor we have two broken rules, actually three broken rules. We cannot move all the voices to one direction, that's one broken rule. We cannot move parallel octaves, right? That's second broken rule. And between C and G there is a perfect fifth, and A to E there is perfect fifth, right? Let me show you. C and E, C and G perfect fifth, A and E perfect fifth, and we broke rule number 3 again, right? That's why we need to keep the notes stationary if they are common notes. Now there are ways to connect two chords by moving them, by moving all the chords, all the notes. But that is a little bit tricky, because the bass has to go down and the other three voices have to go up, or vice versa. The bass goes up, three upper voices goes down, opposite direction, opposite, not parallel motion, but opposite direction. Then we avoid all kinds of parallel intervals, right? Right. So that would be possible, but for our case in this cadence we don't need that connection. It's called, by the way, it's called melodic progression. If we move all the voices in the opposite direction, right? That's called melodic progression. And if we have one or two notes stationary, then it's called harmonic progression, right? So we are moving here between those chords in harmonic progression most of the time, except between 4 and 5, between subdominant and the dominant, they are major second apart and don't have any common notes between them. And then we use a melodic progression. Bass goes up 4 to 5 and the other three voices goes downward. But that I'm moving ahead of me, right? We'll cover that a little bit later. Let's see how we are doing in the live stream so far. It's stable. Okay, let's continue. All right, so if you are with me, stay with me now, and or feel free to ask questions. But now we're moving one step further, right? Now we know common notes, now we know harmonic progressions, right? When to keep the notes stationary, when to move. And now we can connect C major with A minor chord, 1 with 4, right? There will be a few other connections, but that's the basic. 1 with 6. Remember, the bass goes to the nearest chordal note of the bass, of the next chord. So basically, 1 goes to 6. Root of the chord goes to the root of the chord, right? Root of the chord of C major is C, and root of the chord of A minor is also C. Sorry, A, right? A. By the way, do you know the other names of the chordal notes? In C major chord, C is root, E is third, a third, and G is a fifth. In A minor, A is a root, C is a third, and E is a fifth. That's very simple, because that's the distance between the bass. C and E, it's a third, major third. C and G is a perfect fifth. Therefore, we call G a fifth, or E a third. Yeah, that's the theory. If we use inversion of the chord like this, first inversion, the names of the chordal notes still remain the same. E is always a third, G is always a fifth, and C is always a root, right? In this case, root is on the top. In the second inversion, which would be 1 octave lower, right? Root is in the middle, fifth is on the bottom, and third is on the top. All right, so far so good. Bear with me. If you have questions, feel free to ask in the chat. I'll be very glad to answer. Okay. Dawn is playing with me. Good, very good. Everyone could play with me together right now, actually, at home on your instrument. Okay. So that's the theory. Now go back to the 4-part position, right? Where the root of the chord is in the melody, where C is in the melody, in the soprano, right? In the soprano. And what happens if we move the bass to A, right? And G to A, fifth to the root, and root to the root, like this. Let me show you. That's correct connection, correct harmonic connection between those two chords, which are major or minor third apart. And E and C, tenor and soprano, are stationary and moving. We are only moving 2 notes, right? One in the bass and one in the right hand part. Alto, G to A. Are you with me? Okay. After A minor chord in this position would come F major chord. So we know what happens with the bass. It jumps to the F, to the nearest chordal root. But then think what happens next. A minor and F major. A minor, F major. Again, they are major or minor third apart. So again, they have 2 stationary notes. Between A minor and F major, A and C are common notes. Stationary in this case, A and C. Let's find A and C. A and C in soprano and alto. Here we go. And we don't move them. And we only move one free voice, which is E. A fifth of the chord goes to the root of the chord, so to say, to the nearest chordal note, E and F. That's it. So C major like this, A minor like this, F major like this. We have just connected 3 chords. How about that? 1, 6, and 4. Is it difficult? I don't know. For me, no. But I've been doing this for a few decades now. So, but you tell me if it's difficult. Okay. After 4, we move a little faster now because let me show you. After 4, we don't have common note between subdominant and the dominant. We don't use. There is no common note between F major and G major because they're only major or minor second apart, right? Not a third, not a fourth, but a second, like a whole step, right? Or a half step. So remember, we use melodic progression now. Melodic. Rin is here. What is he saying? Checking in. Busy mastering my next upcoming audio album. Oh, good, mastering. Oh, I guess Rin is preparing uploading his upload of his audio album to Spotify. Very nice. I should do that as well, maybe the next day. By the way, I've just recently released my Spotify album called Baroque Reflections. If you're a Spotify listener, check out Rin's channel on Spotify as well. He has quite a few albums as well. So, C major, easy, right? A minor, easy. 2 notes stationary, 1 moving. F major, 2 notes stationary, 1 moving, like this. Now, from F major to G major, if we go like this, we broke the parallel motion rule. We can't go all the 4 voices to the one direction, or we cannot go F to F, G to G, parallel octaves, or parallel fifths, F to C, G to D, right? That's the rule. We broke those rules. So now we have to obey this rule of melodic progression. The bass goes, in this case, obviously upward, but the 3 upper voices goes obviously downward, right? Like this. And the way to do this is basically to move 3 upper voices to the next closest note of the next chord. So from F major to G major, F, E doesn't work, right? Because it's not G major note, but D is G major note. From A, we could move to G, right? G is G major note. And from C, we could move to B, because B is still G major note. So, like this. Basically, what happens? You see the rule? 3 upper voices move in this way. All of them move downwards, and 2 of them move by a whole step or a half step, by an interval of the major or minor second, like this. But 1 of them have to be moved by a skip from F to D, major or minor third, right? 2 would be 2 parallel intervals, third, right? But from F and D would be a minor third. So, like this, from F major and to G major. We have just connected subdominant to the dominant. 4 and 5. Is it beautiful sound? I think so. Here is the entire sequence, by the way, of progression of those 4 chords. Here we go. 1, harmonic progression to A, harmonic progression to F major, melodic progression to G. And what comes next is neither melodic progression, but it's harmonic progression, but the chord is perfect fifth apart from G, right? C major chord. The bass goes downward, which is from G to C, from root of the chord to the root of the chord, which is nice. So, what to do for the 3 upper voices? Remember, if there is progression between 2 chords which are a distance of the perfect fourth or a perfect fifth apart, there is only 1 stationary note, and 2 voices have to be moving like this. From G major to C major, like this. G is stationary, common note. 1 G moves downward to C, to the bass, jumps, and stationary G, common note, is not moving at all. It could be a tied over note. if we write it down in notes, or repeated note, right? The other two notes, D and B, are moving in parallel direction, right? If it's a chord removed from 5 to 1, it moves down upward, D to B, E to C in the right hand part, tenor and soprano, like this. In this case, it's an interval of the major 6 and moves in parallel to the minor 6. And that's correct progression from the dominant to tonic. So let's recap, okay? Okay. Vidas uses a good camera angle for this instructional session, Irene says. Yeah, almost. Your chat is almost visible right here. One of these days I will add a correct way, correct chat. It's all done through Stream Deck, through this. I will have another button programmed, and I can push the button and one of your messages will be on the screen as well, but maybe not today, but because it takes a little bit of time of programming, but it's possible. Sometimes it's nice to highlight some messages, right? Or a question, right? Or a donation, like sometimes people choose to buy me a coffee or a super thanks. I can say thanks publicly and highlight that on the screen as well. Thank you so much for your support. So let's recap. 1, 6, 4, 5, 1. Right. That's one of the 6 versions that we are going to be playing today. You say, why 6? Because each chord has 6 different versions. 6 different versions. C major chord, I can play it in 6 different ways by doubling the bass, by doubling the root of the chord, which is C. Let me show you. Keyboard, on the keyboard. 6. If you're now ready to understand, I could teach you. Yeah, it's just about time I taught you this, because next we will do all 6 versions, right? So C major chord could be played like this, could be played like this, could be played like this. What's the difference? What is the difference, right? If the chord is in 4 parts, the 3 upper voices, they have intervals, very close intervals, not wide intervals, but close intervals, like minor 3rd, perfect 4th, right? If we do inversion, it's still the same intervals, perfect 4th, major 3rd. Here, no perfect 4th, but instead major 3rd, minor 3rd, right? Right. Those 3 variations, they are called closed position if we use with the bass. So let's do this. 1, 1. All 3 chords are tonic chords, but they are in closed position. The starting position, so to say. We could play like this, or like this, or like this, right? Sorry for playing so fast, but it was just an example to show you that all three positions in closed version, right? Closed positions are could be possible starting points. So, right? Good news is that there are three different versions of the open position, right? As well. Open position is when the distance between three upper voices is more than a perfect fourth, right? Like a perfect fifth, minor second, a major second, so to say. And we do this, we build this chord by, let's build this chord. Let's jump one octave lower the bass. Keep the melody, keep the soprano here, but skip one harmonic note, one chordal note. So instead of playing G here, we play in the alto here E, right? And in the tenor we don't play C, but play G, and bass is here. That's melodic position number one in closed position. Open position, where the melody or root is in the melody. Number two, third is in the melody. Again, the third is in the melody. We skip C, then we play G in the alto. In the alto, yeah. We skip E and play C in the tenor, and the bass is the same C. And the third one, G on top, a perfect fit, right, between the bass. Or fifth is in the melody, so it's hard to reach. I could do this, like this. So G is in the soprano, we skip alto E and play C in the alto. We skip G in the tenor and play E in the tenor. And bass is always C. Oh, you see? One more time. One, closed position. 2, 3. And now 3 open positions. 1, 2, 3. This way. I prefer this. Like it. 1, 2, 3. That's a good place to use pedals, actually. I'll play it this way. Let me play it. 1, 2, 3. In the closed position, feel free to play with your hands. But in the open position, use the pedals. C in the pedal, C in the pedal, C in the pedal. Like this, right? 6 positions, 3 in the closed version and 3 in the open version. Are you with me so far? Okay. Yes, closed form. Niels says I like the closed form. Most easy to avoid parallels. Exactly. Closed form, closed position very often is used in keyboard playing, in playing without pedals, but in keyboard notation, where one voice is taken by the left hand, that's the bass, and 3 upper notes, 3 voices, tenor, alto, and soprano, or soprano, alto, tenor, are taken by the left hand. Basically 1 plus 3, 1 plus 3, or 3 plus 1. Right? But if you don't have pedals at home and you only want to use the keyboard, you could use open position as well, but that's more like a choir texture, because voices are wider apart, and they're harder to reach. Intervals of perfect fifth and major minor sixth. In more advanced chords, there are even sevenths, right? Or even octaves in inversions of tonic chords, like a sixth chord. We could have octaves between alto and soprano, or between tenor and the alto, up to an octave, yeah? So, but not today, because we're only using root position chords. So, if you don't have pedals, do this. 1, 2, 3. Play 2 notes in the left hand, 2 notes in the right hand part, right? Like this. 1, 2, 3. So repeating all 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's without pedals. And with pedals, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, like this, with pedals. All right. So that's what we do. Now, remember, I taught you to play the first closed position, all the chords in this progression, in this cadence. 1, 6, 4, 5, 1. 5 chords, right? Five chords, like this. Right, and please practice this, because it's basically you have to memorize it, internalize it with your fingers. You don't have to look at the score, you don't write it for this purpose, you don't need to write it out. Yes, there are exercises for writing it out, for harmony, but not today. We are playing, we were trying, it's almost like we are trying to improvise, right? Because it's not written down. We are improvising is cadence, by the way, right? Improvising 1, 6, 4, 5, 1 cadence. Right? And practice this until you can get it 3 times in a row without mistakes. That's the idea of doing it, right? Very, very nice. Excellent. Now, next would be starting position, not this, not root in the soprano, but third in the soprano. Third in the soprano. Could be, if the soprano is really high, we could drop 1 octave lower like this. Yeah, it's better. So, like this. To do this properly, again, from C major to A minor, we use harmonic progression. 2 notes are stationary, 1 is moving. Right? From A minor to F major, harmonic progression, 2 common notes stationary, 1 is moving. You see? Like this. From F major to G major, melodic progression. Bass goes up, 3 upper voices goes down. Right? And then what happens next is harmonic progression between dominant and the tonic. Bass goes down or up, doesn't matter. If you're singing the bass, if it's like a hymn singing, G is, from G to C is too low for the bass, so I suggest you jump 1 octave higher. G to C, perfect 4th up, not perfect 5th down. G is stationary, right? And 2 upper voices go upward, like this. One more time. basically 1, 6, 4, 5, 1. Now if you get this, the rest is easy, because next position is this way. Fifth is on the top, G in the melody. So we connect this like this. Tonic goes to 6th scale degree. 2 notes are stationary, 1 is moving. Going to F major, 4th scale degree, subdominant. 2 notes are stationary, 1 is moving. Dominant, all the voices are moving in opposite direction. And C major, 2 voices are moving, 1 is stationary. And bass goes upward, like this. Are you with me so far? Yeah? Do you have questions? Any questions? Please feel free to ask in the live chat right now. Otherwise, I'm recapping all 3 closed position progressions. 1, 2, 1. Sorry, I started wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don, do you have any questions? Rien, Nils, Sean. If you have any questions, feel free to ask it now. If not, say yes, it's clear, or give me a thumbs up in the chat, so that I could know that I can proceed further. Okay? I want you to be perfectly clear right now in perfectly mastering these 3 closed versions of closed position. Do it again, please. Okay. Nils is giving thumbs up. I'm doing it for Dawn. One more time. This is the first position, right? Melody is in the soprano. Okay. Second position. Third is in the soprano. The third position, G is in the soprano, a 5th. Like this. Nice sound, right? Really nice. All right. So far so good? Okay. If this is clear, now let's play with pedals. 3 open positions. 1, 2, 3. Don't worry, Sean, don't worry about the organ, don't worry about the pedals. I'll show you open position on the keyboard. 2 + 2 voices. Left hand takes 2 voices, right hand takes 2 voices. Just look. 1, 2, 3. Right. It could be done on the piano, on the keyboard, on the synthesizer, on the any keyboard instrument, on the harmonium, on the harpsichord, on the cembalo, on the cembalo is the harpsichord, on the clavichord if you have one, on the reed organ, right? On the pedal reed organ, on the even on the accordion if you want. Yeah, you could play 3 voices in the right hand part on the accordion and the bass with the left hand, right? Easily. Rian knows how to play accordion, right? Excellent. So we have just covered C major version now, which is very, very beautiful, right? Are you ready to jump into a key which also has the same number of accidentals as C major, right? And C major has 0 accidentals. Which key also has 0 accidentals? Can you write me in the chat, please? In the minor key, in the minor. Who will be first? Okay. Please. C major 0 accidentals, and which other key has the same amount of accidentals? 0 accidentals, but in a minor key. A minor. Yes, thank you, Niels. You're a genius. Great. A minor, Don says. Good. So basically, if you're hesitating, guys, or if it's difficult, the way to find the key which has the same number of accidentals, which is called parallel key, right? Parallel minor, parallel major, is I'm showing you. From C major, drop minor third downward, and you will have your key, parallel key, from C major to A minor. If the starting point is A minor, then we go upwards minor third, from A minor to C major. Sean is asking, how do you find out? Yeah, that's the idea, that's the trick. From the given key was C major, right? The given key was C major, and the question was, which other key had the same number of accidentals? 0 accidentals. So downward minor third from C major is your answer, right? Is A minor, like this. So now I will teach you A minor as well. Okay, ready? We'll still have time to cover. It's gonna be easier and faster because now you have all the basics covered. You have all 6 positions of, let's say, A minor chord. Let's build A minor in 6 versions, right? In the right hand part will be 3 notes, and in the left hand part will be 1 note, right? Like this. Root position. Root is in the left, could be here, could be this, and this, right? From 3 note chord we double the root and we get A minor chord. We double A, not E, not C, but A. So, all right, you go 6 different positions from A minor. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 closed position and 3 open position. 1, 2, 3. How did I do that? 1, 2, 3. Closed position, because the left hand intervals are no more than perfect fourth. Here is major third, here is perfect fourth, right? Here is perfect fourth, and this is minor third. This is minor third and major third. All 3 versions are closed position and no more than perfect fourth apart between 3 upper voices, right? So the bass stays the same, A, root of the chord. But now if you want open position, root of the chord goes 1 octave lower, because we need space for the left hand a little bit more, and we skip 1 chordal note in the middle voices. We don't play E, but we play C in the alto. We don't play A, but we play E in the tenor. That's the idea. Root is in the melody, open position, number 1. Third is in the melody. We don't play A, but we play E in the alto. For the tenor, we skip C, but we play A. Does it make sense? Like this. Remember, the A could be played with the pedals. I'm playing it with my feet right now. And the third one, root is in the bass, fifth is in the soprano, skipping the third here, root is here, skipping E, but playing C, third, right, in the tenor, like this. So to recap, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6, right? 4, 5, 6. Does it make sense? Very, very simple, straightforward way to do this. It takes a little bit a while of thinking about those intervals, but keep doing this and you'll get better. But most importantly, play it on your keyboard. That's very, very important. Not only to look at the screen right now. Of course, if you're in the car or doing some other work and only listening, of course, just listen. But if you want to learn, go back to this video, please, and do it 3 times in a row without mistakes. That's all I ask. 3 times in a row without mistakes, each version, each closed or open position. Okay, so let's continue. Niels asks, hence you always move the middle note of the inverted chord in the right hand to the left. That's very confusing to me. I never thought about that. Middle note of the inverted chord. Middle note of the inverted chord. Could be, yeah, could be. Middle note. Oh, are you saying open or closed position? Probably closed position. Anyway, that's very difficult, advanced question that Niels is asking, but probably we can just stay in a basic version for now. All right, so 6 different starting positions in A minor, right? You got that? Okay, next thing is to connect 1, 6, 4, 5, 1. Easy. I'll show you. Starting point right here. Root position chord, A minor, tonic, closed version. What is 6, by the way? We haven't talked about in A minor. 1, let's think about the bass. 1 is A minor. 6 is F major. Wow, F major. In minor it was, in minor key it was, in C major key it was a minor, but in A minor it's a major, the opposite. 4, the dominant, D minor. 5, dominant, major. Remember why do we have to play G major? Who can say Rin has to prepare dinner? Wow, 7 o'clock. Okay, good luck, have a nice dinner, and make sure you watch or listen to this program later if you want to learn. Okay. G sharp in A minor is raised 7th scale degree. Let's play a scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So in natural minor, G is natural, but in harmonic minor, which we're using today to build the dominant chord, we have to raise to G sharp, like this. By the way, do you know natural minor, harmonic minor, and melodic minor? In melodic minor, we raise 6th scale degree and 7th scale degree. Going upward and going downward, we play natural minor. That's a little bit of additional theory for you, but that's useful to know a little bit also. Not too much of theory, I hope. So to build any kind of chord in A minor, we use G sharp, right? If it's present in that chord. So in A minor there is no G sharp. In F major there is no G sharp. In D minor there is no G sharp. But in E major there is G sharp. Yeah. Don has been following my manual scales program, playing major and minor scales on the keyboard, and I taught all 3 versions of natural minor, harmonic minor, and melodic minor. What I didn't teach was harmonic major and harmonic minor. There is this thing too. It's a little less commonly used in scale playing. Yeah, but in music it's very useful. In C major, for example, it's 6th flat scale degree, A flat. In harmonic. And melodic, going downward, 7th flat degree and 6th flat degree, 7th lowered scale degree and 6th lowered scale degree. But going upward is like a natural major. Natural, harmonic, and melodic. Maybe in melodic version 2 degrees are flattened all the time. like this. I think so. I don't teach this often to organists, but they're useful to know actually if you're improvising or composing, because flat 6th scale degree is very nice to use in major, and 7th too. Okay. Yeah, okay, sure. C major, natural, harmonic, harmonic, A flat, 6 lower scale degree. That's harmonic major. And then now melodic. Melodic is 6th and 7th flattened degree, lowered. Right. But we are digressing, right? We are moving from our cadences. I know it's fun when we get a little bit advanced things. It's not advanced actually, it's very simple and basic still, but it's useful, but not for this purpose, right? So for this purpose we need to play A minor progression, right? Let's go back. 1, 6, 4, 5, 1, right? So A minor starts like this, 6th or F major moves like this, D or D minor septominant goes like this, E major moves like this, and tonic. That's the first version out of the 6. Let's recap how we do this. Bass is always the same. A, F, D, E, A. 1, 6, 4, 5, 1. But the 3 upper voices from A to F major, 2 voices are stationary and 1 is moving upward. E to F is moving. From F major to D minor, 2 voices are stationary and C is moving to D, upward. From D minor to E major, all 3 voices are moving downward. D to B, minor third, and 2 upper voices parallel thirds. F, A, E, G sharp. And then the last one, E is stationary and 2 upper voices, two voices in the right hand part go upwards, because it's a chord dominant to tonic, 1 common note. B to C, G sharp to A. Does it make sense? One more time. 1, 6, 4, 5, and 1. Okay? Tell me if it's okay. Thumbs up if that's okay. If you say so, I can now go to the next position, like this. A minor chord, but third is on the top. E, A, C. E, A, C. Like this. So Niels is thumbs up, okay. From A minor to F major, we only move E to F. From F to D, we only move C to D. From D minor to E major, all three voices are moving downward with G sharp. And from E major to A minor, two voices are moving. E is stationary. Like this. Like this. So, the first one, the second, now the third one. Neil saying it's conceptually not too difficult, but a lot of brain gymnastics. Yes, yes, yes. The easy thing would be to write it down, right? But I don't want you to do the easy thing, because your brain has to do the legwork here. The brain has to dictate your fingers when to and what to press. And don't press the keys unless you can think about the keys. Does it make sense? If you lift your fingers and start moving without thinking, it's already too late, right? You're starting to stumble, you're starting to stutter, like let's say I'm trying to tell a story, and if I'm trying to say the words without thinking about the words first, then I'm saying what? Nothing really. No fluent story for me. I have to think what to say and then say it. So the same is with playing, improvisation or anything. You think what you were going to play and then you play it, right? That's the thing. Of course, it's not an advanced improvisation just yet. So keep it simple and keep it slow. If you do it slowly enough, you can figure it out faster. You can think faster, right? All right. Let's go back. 1, 6, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 6, 4, 5, 1, and the last one in closed position is this. The way we do this is from A minor to F major, we move only one note. E to F, right? And A and C are common notes, keeping them stationary. From F major to D minor, also one note is moving, C to D. From D to E major, all notes are moving downward. Two notes are parallel 6, and one jump by a third. It's not a jump actually, but technically it's a skip. From D to B, from D to B, minor third. It's not a jump, but a skip. Jump would be bigger leap, like a perfect fourth, for example, or a fifth or a sixth. And from E major, the dominant, to tonic, two notes are moving, one stationary. E is stationary, A, C moving, G sharp, and B moves to A and C. One more time. Right. So, one more time from here. 2 and 3. All right. So what we need to do now is to play 3 chords in open position now. And now remember to skip the note when building those chords, opening chords. Skip one chordal note. Let me show you. We skip E but play C. We skip A but play E. That's number 1. So from A minor to F major, we move only E to F, but those two notes are stationary. From F major to D minor, also two notes are stationary. F and A are stationary, and C go to D, because C is not a common note of D minor. Now the subdominant from D to dominant from E major. Bass goes upward to E, and three upper voices goes downward to the next closest chordal note of the dominant chord. With G sharp, always dominant has to be major chord in major or minor. And then keeping E constant because it's a common note, and two upper voices go in parallel direction, like this. One more time. Maybe lower. Yeah, or even with pedals. Yeah, if I'm playing with pedals, my left hand only plays the tenor part. Don't double the pedals. Don't double the bass. Left hand then takes only tenor. Okay, next, this starting position. Like this. So from tonic to the 6th scale degree, two notes are stationary, one is moving. From 6th scale degree to the subdominant, two notes are stationary, one is moving. From subdominant to the dominant, all the notes are moving in the opposite direction. Like this. And from the dominant to the tonic, two notes are moving, one is stationary. E is stationary. Yeah. One more time. And the last open position is like this. Right? We skip C, we play A, we skip E, and play C, and double the root. Fifth is on the soprano in the melody. So we play this. Like this. Would be from tonic to the 6th scale degree. E moves to F, two notes are stationary. From F major to D minor, two notes are stationary, C goes to D. From D minor to E major, all notes move downward, and bass goes up. And then tonic, E is stationary, and two lower voices go upward by a half step, like this, and root goes downward from 5 to 1. So, like this. So let me play it one last time, all 6 positions, 3 closed positions and 3 open positions in A minor, 0 accidentals. That's 1, 2, 3, and open 1, 2, and 3. Like this. So, what do you think, guys? This was tutorial on the Learn with Vidas about cadences in C major and A minor. For you, assignment is to simply to internalize those 5 chords in C major and A minor, all those 6 progressions, 6 versions, and play them without mistakes fluently, right? 3 times in a row without mistakes, at least. And then, that's not all. If you want to master any key with these chords, with these cadences, you have to try to transpose them in the ascending number of accidentals. Let's say 1 sharp G major, right? I'll show you just an example. We are almost done, but I'll show you a few examples in G major, E minor, let's say, and then D, F major and D minor. 1 sharp, 1 flat. Let's see. Okay? G major, like this. 2, 3, open position, 2 and 3, okay. E minor, 1 accidental, 1 sharp, but in minor key. 2, open, 2, 3, F major, open or closed, 1 flat, open, and 1 flat but minor, D minor. You could play like this, left hand is free, right? Open position. electronic. I just demonstrated the first two pairs of the keys in ascending number of accidentals. That would be probably useful way to do it. Now would be two sharps, right? D major, B minor, two flats, B flat major, G minor, three accidentals, four accidentals, 5, 6, and 7, and so on, right? So thank you so much, guys, for watching this, for practicing with me, and go ahead and internalize on your own, and later when you are done and ready, transpose it to many different keys in the order of ascending number of accidentals, from 0 to 1 sharp, 1 flat, 2 sharps, 2 flats, 3 sharps, 3 flats, and so on, until you reach 7 sharps, 7 flats. And then you will be master of the cadences. 1, 6, 5, 4, 1. No, 1, 6, 4, 5, 1. Yeah, mistaken. So thank you so much again, guys. If this was useful, thank you so much for your support, for your coffees, for your memberships, for your donations, super chats, everything. Very, very appreciated. Thank you so much. Let's keep in touch. Send me your requests. And keep an eye on the next training next Sunday. Maybe we'll do some either, if there will be no other requests, I will do the last part of the Gregorian chant training on the organ, which will be almost like improvisation, but in advanced mode, no longer an accompaniment. Or if you guys have some other requests, send me and I'll do them first. All right, but on Friday I will do On the Bench with Vidas episode, and let's keep that. Thank you so much, Sean, for your donation. Appreciate it very much. Your donation is appreciated. And good luck in your practice. I really appreciate, guys, if you want to learn. This is wonderful, and I'm looking forward to see you grow as an organist in many ways. And remember, when you practice, miracles happen.